Hello everybody, it's the Historical Gamer once again, and today we are taking a first look at a brand new game which just came out today called Stronghold Warlords. This is a game by Firefly Studios and is the newest game in a long-running franchise of the Stronghold name. This is a series I used to play a lot of when I was really young, specifically Stronghold 1, which had a really kind of tongue-in-cheek, funny campaign with a lot of sort of light humor, light sort of didn't take itself too seriously. But the game is fundamentally about building castles and defending those castles against enemy waves of assaults that are trying to break down your walls, dig tunnels under your walls, break into your keep and kill your lord. And it's about building those castles almost like a tower defense game and defending them against ongoing waves, but it's also about attacking enemy castles and overcoming their defenses and victoriously killing the enemy lord. And so Stronghold Warlords actually takes place in East Asia, which is a setting the game has never covered before. Stronghold 1 was sort of more of like an Anglican fictional world, but I think it was loosely based on England. There was a Stronghold Crusader game, which obviously looked at, the Crusades. And I haven't played a lot of the games recently. It's been a while since sort of a standalone Stronghold game has come out, but that's what this game is. Came out today. It's available on Steam. And just a quick call out, guys, there's a link in the description to my Nexus GG page, which is actually a storefront of mine, where if you're interested in buying Stronghold, don't do it if you don't want to, but if you're interested in buying Stronghold, you can click on that link, go to that storefront, and any game you buy on that page, including Stronghold Warlords, will give me a small percentage. So if this is a game you're interested in, if you want to support the channel, you can purchase the game through that link. You will get a Steam key, and I will get a small commission. And the game, the platform is 100% on the up and up. I've checked with both Slytherin and Paradox and other developers who have their games on this platform, and they all confirmed to me that this is 100% legitimate and helps them, but also helps content creators. So if you're interested in doing that, you can get your Steam key that way. Otherwise, buy it through Steam like you usually do. With that being said, today's video is going to be taking a very first look at this game. I did a stream last night on my Twitch channel where we did an attack on an enemy castle, sort of a very basic attack of sort of wearing down the enemy. There were no siege instruments because I was still pretty early on in the campaign with the game, but that's what we're going to take a look at first, and it kind of gives you an example of some of the visuals, some of the movements, the different unit types, and some of the ways some of these scenarios are crafted. It is still almost like a tutorial campaign. The game has a single player mode where you can play campaigns, a custom skirmish mode, which is kind of like a a sandbox mode, a free build mode where you can kind of build your own castles and whatnot, and I'm assuming you hold out against waves of enemy troops there. And then there's also a multiplayer option. But the game also, the campaigns, there are 1, 2, 3, what are there, 5 of them? 5 of them with over 30 campaign missions. And the first campaign here, the Jungle Kingdoms campaign, is very much a tutorial campaign. These missions are all very introductory to the game. But then you've also got a Warring States of China campaign. You've got an economic campaign in China as well. Then you've also got the Coming of the Mongols, Genghis Khan's campaign, and you've got Japan sort of samurai campaign. So there's multiple different campaigns with different settings, with different units, with different challenges. But the Jungle Kingdoms campaign, which is sort of taking place in Vietnam, that area, Cambodia, Laos, those countries that exist today, is, again, sort of an introductory campaign. And what you're about to see in front of you here, it was taken from a live stream from, I think it's the 4th mission? Yeah, it's the Siege of Hanoi, which is the 4th mission in the campaign, and is our first attack on an enemy fort. And so you get to see us use ladders, and that's sort of the very basic introductory siege weaponry. And I'll be right back here after we conclude this particular battle. All right, so we need to storm Milin, reach the keep, and kill the lord. If all the troops die, the mission is forfeit. So I think this is going to be an attack mission with a set number of troops where I probably don't have a fort at my back. Which is kind of like how some of the original Stronghold battles were, where you kind of had these, you had different challenges to overcome. Yep, that's what it looks like.
A message from Shōgun. Stand in our way at your peril. We will not be turned back now.
Although maybe if I take this warlord in our path, we will get more troops. Because it looks like there's an enemy warlord in our path. If we take a look here, this is the objective up here in the north, but there's one other warlord between us and them. So let's do this. Archers, engage. Send in the cannon fodder. We're doing pretty good not losing too many men here so far anyway. Alright, pull back. Oh, nope. Engage that last guy. Alright, let's use our archers here to take out this warlord from a distance. Hopefully without having to send any troops up there to die. That way we'll minimize our casualty loss. As you can see here, we'll work on reducing his health. Let's also get our blowmen in as well. And then the enemy warlord will die without taking out any of our troops, and that way we minimize our losses here. Maybe we get his province, though, if we successfully take him out. I don't know. Dude takes more arrows than Boromir. Alright.
I am yours to command. A message from Shōgun.
Okay.
Warlord is ours, and the way is clear. Onwards.
Is that really all that happened? Okay, do I not... Can I get anything from him? Meat, vegetables, rice? No, I want soldiers. Okay. Well, that's interesting. So what's the right path forward then? Because we can't lose our troops. Is there an obvious... So there's these guys on these walls. Alright, if I... Can my archers take these guys out from a distance? Without being exposed to too much.
Reinforcements have arrived.
Oh, thank God.
These laddermen will allow us to scale the fortifications and open the
Laddermen!
army to pass through.
Hell yeah! Alright.
A
But
message from Shōgun. I can see the battlements now. As this empire crumbles, the flag of revolution will be flying atop them. We are under attack.
we're not under attack. We're attacking the enemy. Uh-oh. Get out there, boys. Don't let their axemen take us out. Alright. So let's get the rest of our troops up here. And then we'll plan the next phase of the assault. Let's also do this here. Give me my bowmen. And then let's go flank and take this guy out here. I'm assuming I can hit him, although he's really goddamn high up there. Alright, so we got him. Trying to minimize losses as we try and flank them. Okay, so No more archers on any of these initial towers. Where are the laddermen over here? So give me like 4 of them, because we're going to need 2 groups of ladders. So let's do this. Let's do 4 of these ladders over here. I guess we'll just do 2 of the ladders.
We can capture this gatehouse easily, Your Excellency. If a ladderman is sent to the wall, a few troops can climb up the ladder and stand on the gate. Once it is captured, we can bring our whole...
Gonna move my archers up onto the top of this wall, so then hopefully we can take out these guys at range. Nice. Okay, there you go. We took out this entire next enemy line. So now these 3 laddermen can go here. This is our last ladder, by the way, between us and the enemy. Alright. Spearmen forward. Oh shit. Well, this is the main fight now. Why they're spreading out like that, I don't know, though. Alright, I'm gonna go... I'd planned to try and take the enemy out with my archers from a distance, but now I've just kind of committed myself to a full-on charge at this point. Along the walls. My archers are just drilling the peasants from a distance at this point. Alright. That'll actually work. Those enemy troops kind of got caught in a bit of a crossfire. So let's just go after this guy, I guess. He's all by himself. There's a couple of archers on this distant tower, but at this point, I think we just trying to overwhelm the guy in the keep. We've eliminated his entire military around here, so we should just be able to wear him down pretty quick once we get everybody up in there. Use our numbers. Come on, you guys. Get up there. Alright. It's over. We got this. Victory! So, at the end of the day, 1 warlord captured with force. Is there... Can you capture him with diplomacy? Yeah, you can. Okay, that's cool. So, what happened here? We killed 63 and we lost 50. So, I think that was a pretty efficient job. Pretty good KD ratio there. Defending our lands. After his victory at Milin, Thukfan's new kingdom faces its own threats. Okay, so we've just finished the battle of the Siege of Hanoi, and I've actually pulled back from the stream because this is kind of where the stream ended, and we're going to be fighting the next battle, defending our lands, off stream here. So I'm here with you guys, but there's no audience, so just talking to you guys here, picking up after the end of that last episode here. You can see our next mission in the campaign is defending our lands after his victory at Milan. Thukfan's new kingdom faces its own threats. So we'll go ahead and jump through the mission briefing. basically, long story short, is there is another kingdom here that is threatening our expansion, and our objective in this particular battle is going to be fending off Zhao Thu's invasions, storing enough wood and stone for the construction of a new capital, and conquering the majority of the warlords in this region, as well as protecting our own lord at all costs. So we'll go ahead and jump in here to this next fight and see what we've got on store for us. Alright, so we're going to move through here. You can see it's zooming in, I guess, slowly on our particular fort. So our fort is kind of incomplete here. So let's swing around here. I wish there was a way to pause. Oh, there is a way to pause. Okay, let's go ahead and pause here real quick. So you can see this is our current fort that we have here. We've got our keep with a couple of archers up top there. We have, looks like 8 auxiliary axemen next to our barracks. We have an armory already built for us. We have a stockpile, a consulate. We also have, what is this, a superior house, a wood camp, a vegetable field. We have a siege camp, and that's new, so this is where you build siege weapons. We can build laddermen, but we also get a fire arrow cart, which can be very useful at whittling down enemy units. It does area damage, and it's effective more against unarmored units than armored units, so like it would be more effective against archers than it would against enemy soldiers, but it's still a useful weapon. And then you can see here we've got a rice field inside the walls, and we've got an axe workshop and a Fletcher's workshop, as well as our granary. Now, one of the things that you'll notice in a lot of Stronghold battles, certainly in the past, and definitely true in this case as well, is that you typically don't wall your entire fort in, or your entire city in, and you kind of keep the vital buildings inside the walls, and the other buildings stay outside the walls. So we have a gate, but we don't have a fully walled-in city yet. It's kind of a weird setup at the moment in terms of our walls. Like, I wouldn't want my stockpile to get destroyed, and that usually would be inside the walls. But our buildings here do act as additions to our walls. So things like armories, things like barracks actually do function as walls as well. And so they add a little bit of depth without having to spend a lot of stone doing that. Now, we do start with 75 stone, but the objective in this particular fight is to get up to 600 stone and 600 wood. We can cut up to more than 600 wood for ourselves on this map, but you can see here we don't have access to any stone of our own, and so what that means is we're going to have to take over these local warlords and ask them to ship us stones. So the game does allow you to have diplomacy. We didn't show that in the last battle here, but you can actually see a warlord map here, and you can see here the enemy Soto has a fort and 1 warlord working for him, but then there's 5 other warlords on this map that we can sort of take over, and when they become our subject, as you will, if we take these warlords over and they become our subject, then we can basically ask them for stuff. But we have to defend them too, because if they get overrun by the enemy, you know, then we have to deal with that as well. So that being said, let's see, what do we want to do? We also do have some gunpowder, which is useful for construction of more of these siege carts, although they're kind of expensive. They cost 200 gold. So let's see here. The other thing that we didn't really talk about in the last video is happiness of your community. So basically, you will recruit more troops, more peasants, people to work your lands if you have good happiness in your kingdom. Happiness is basically built up by having low taxes, by having good rations for food, having a variety of rations. So if you have vegetable rations as well as rice rations, you get a bonus for happiness. There's also meat rations, which again will give you another bonus for happiness. You need to have the appropriate buildings for all of that, of course. Then you have tea rations, so even a bigger luxury is having tea. And then you can also have clothing. So if you give clothing to your folks, then that also makes them happy. Now, we're still early in the campaign, so we have not yet seen any clothing, tea, or meat buildings, but there are vegetable rations, and we do see there's a vegetable field here, so that is something we can look at doing. right now, anyway, our happiness here is a level 16, which this little green smiley face indicates that people are going to come to our kingdom because they're happy. Our taxes are set to low, which is 24 gold per turn or per day. We can increase that to normal, and people will still come. If we unpause here, we'll see the happiness drops to 6, but as long as it's above 0, people will still come, although perhaps less quickly. And now we'll generate double the taxes that we were generating before. We can also issue a vegetable ration because we do have a vegetable farm, and that vegetable ration will give people, it'll make people happy as well. So if we go ahead and we turn that on, you can see that gives us a +6 happiness, which increases the happiness back up to 12. In theory, I could increase taxes one more level and things would be neutral, but I want to have people keep coming to my kingdom, if you will. A couple of things we're going to do here first off the bat. We're going to build a few more rice farms because I don't think I have enough rice. Oh, there's a pig farm. I've never seen that before. That's new. But we'll do a rice field. We're going to build a couple of rice fields. So let's unpause here. So we're going to build a rice farm. We're going to build a couple of rice farms. We'll build 3 rice farms over here. We're going to build 2 more vegetable farms. And then let's build a couple of pig farms also. Oh, I need wood for that. I used up all my wood. Okay. So much for that. So we'll have to wait a little bit till we have enough wood to build this. Meanwhile, we have 1 wood cutting facility over here. I don't really have a whole lot of trees on this map. That's a little bit of a concern. I also don't have anywhere I can build a stone quarry. But with those vegetables, fields, and rice fields, we should have enough food for our particular kingdom. Let's go ahead and put our soldiers out front a little bit here. Just outside. That's nice. All right, so let's move our archers closer to our troops over here so they can support from a distance. Okay. We'll also move these axemen over here so we can consolidate our forces. So if we take a look at this map, we'll see there's a warlord here for us to take. There's another warlord near the river, another warlord to the north on the river, and then a further warlord out in this direction. Now, the enemy is going to have troops come down this northern road here, and they will engage these warlords, because right now all these warlords are neutral, and the enemy wants them to be sort of subservient to them as well. So our goal is to obviously capture these warlords, but the enemy's goal is also to capture these warlords. So that's something we have to consider. Okay. Meanwhile, I think I can buy more wood. No? Sometimes you can buy that stuff. I can buy more gunpowder for whatever that's worth. I can't sell it, though, which kind of sucks. Can I buy food? Ooh, if I get enough food, I can sell... Looks like I can sell rice, and I can sell vegetables and food as well. So that's another way to generate a little bit of extra cash, which could be useful for other things. So go ahead and raise a few new troops. Okay, move these guys down there. And so, let's see here. Stone, wood. Alright, I want to build a new house so I get more peasants. Right now I have 16 total people who can be part of my kingdom, although soldiers don't count. So I'm going to go ahead and purchase a hut, which doesn't have... So there's like different levels of housing. So you can see a hovel is a 0 quality house with 8 capacity. A shack is a 2 quality, 8 capacity. A hut is 4, 8 capacity. House is 8 quality, 8 capacity. Fine house is 12 quality, and a superior house is 20 quality. Based on your housing quality as well, it will influence your happiness of your folks, which again influences how much you can tax. I don't want to spend quite that much wood on a house, so I'm going to do a hovel to improve the overall capacity of our kingdom, and I'm actually going to build 2 of these things. So we're going to build 2 hovels that increase our overall capacity to 32 citizens or peasants here, and then that will give me the ability to raise troops more quickly because they're happy. You can see the number of peasants waiting for work is here on the left. It's up to 13, but we can, that way, you know, I can raise as many troops as I have idle peasants, so I can, in a crisis, more quickly raise new troops from those peasants on stock into like the cheap stuff, the cheap units like the spearmen and those kind of things. I don't know if I can do anything with a consulate. It just says diplomacy points per minute 18, current diplomacy points 90, which matters once we take those enemy warlords here. But we've now maxed out to 32 peasants. You can see there's a whole bunch of people waiting over by our keep, which is where our lord stays. This is kind of our head castle, if you will, and all of these folks are waiting for work. We could assign him to work by building new buildings, but I don't have a lot of use for that at the moment. So I think what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to go ahead and recruit a bunch of sort of average peasants as spearmen. So let's go ahead and put the spearman rally point over here by right-clicking, and then let's go ahead and recruit 22 of these guys, so that we immediately get an influx of soldiers here. So this is the crack army here that will be used against the enemy forces as we begin to, you know, have to fight them. And then these are sort of the crappy peasant soldiers that we're going to use over in this direction. So you can see where it says our warlords and defending highness. There's going to be warlords attacking somewhere.
Our ramparts will stretch to the heavens by the time he can muster an army.
I don't see where they're coming though. These are the bad guys down here. So they've got an army down here. They're raising them from this keep over here, and they're going to march them off to the right. So they're going to go and attack this warlord, destroy his troops, probably take this guy over. I don't know if they're strong enough in this wave to attack these troops on the other bank of the river. All right, let's go ahead and get some blowmen as well. So we're going to raise 19 of these guys. And then I'm going to send this massive horde of some 20 or 40 soldiers out toward the nearest warlord and try and take him over for us. So you can see here we've got 54 soldiers here. Let's go attack these guys. All right, so you can see the enemy did take over this warlord's base, and now his leftover troops are moving across the island here, presumably to attack this guy. Where? Oh, no, we're fighting. So we're fighting these guys here, so you can see we're going to try and take this warlord over. I'm wondering if you're better off not killing all the enemy troops. Like, if you take over the warlord, do the troops change sides? I'm not sure. But let's go up here. So the spearmen flood up that top of that keep so we can kill this guy more quickly. And there you go. So we captured this warlord. He is now on our side. We'll wait a second for this to change sides. Meanwhile, the bad guys over here are attacking, you can see. So this warlord is now ours. So if we go to the diplomacy screen now, we'll see that this warlord changed to blue, which is the enemy, but then this warlord changed to red, which is ours, and now we can request stone shipments from this guy in order to, help us out. So I don't know what upgrading the warlord really does. 10% value edict unlocked. Whatever. We'll just request. So we're requesting stones from him. So it looks like the AI warlord over here did hold off that enemy attack for the time being. So rather than... I think my strategy here is I want to make sure that I'm not... My overall goal, I think, is going to be to make sure that the enemy does not get... Like, I don't want to weaken warlords that I don't end up defeating. I only want to attack when I know I can win. And if the enemy's going to attack an AI warlord, I'll let them waste their strength killing those AI troops, and then I'll come in afterwards, even if it means I've got to retake a warlord from the enemy. Because what I don't want to do is I don't want to, you know, basically do all the work for the AI and then let them come in and swoop in and take an enemy over
Recruits needed, Highness.
for free. I want to make the AI pay in blood. So you can see we just raised 22 more spearmen, so we'll go ahead and send these guys north. And then I think what I want to try and start doing is building some more of these fire arrows, because they can be really damn useful. So we need more gold. I just spent a whole bunch. Oh, we do have those pigs, by the way. Don't we? Oh, I never built that. So let's go to food buildings and build a pig farm here. Okay, so the enemy is attacking this warlord to the north now. You can see he's using the fire arrows as well. It's very good against ranged units. He's definitely going to take that base over in the north. But we'll let them fight there and take some casualties. Let's move these troops over here, these 40 or so, and then we'll leave the rest of these guys to defend this warlord. And then we'll move these troops to the north. You can see they're going to go in and attack that warlord now. So before we do that, let's also raise a whole bunch more spearmen. So you can see that enemy warlord's going to fall. You can see he's been captured by So before we got our troops north. But I've got over 40 spearmen now. Over 50. So we're going to move them north immediately. Although I'm curious if... Actually, let's wait. Let's wait for a second. Because I think these troops may try and go off to the east and try and attack this warlord over here. But these guys will not succeed for sure. They're going to die. This force may head south to try and go after me with their fire arrows, but these guys are for sure going to get defeated by this neutral warlord here. Assuming these axemen get involved, but let's march north now and let's try and retake this warlord here. Now that they pulled all the troops back that would have defended it otherwise. You can see the fire arrows here are probably going to have a pretty devastating effect on my spearmen. Yeah, they took a lot of, although mostly on the blowmen. But we're just going to overwhelm these guys, then go charge it. Hopefully get them before, no, they got a second salvo out. All right, let's go up and take this warlord back over and convince him to join our side. Meanwhile, diplomacy's ready, I think, for another stone shipment. Under attack. That's so misleading. Meanwhile, they did that. This AI unit did wipe out that enemy attack. All right, go up there and attack this guy. All right, so you can see his health bar steadily declining. And so this warlord is now ours. All right, and so we did get those arrowmen down here to join our side. And so I think we'll just leave these guys up here, this large force here, to defend our new warlord, our new vassal. I will take maybe like 20. How many are there up here? We've got 41 spearmen, so we'll take like 11 of these guys. Well, I don't want to attack those guys quite yet. So we've got 2 of the 3 warlords that we need. Let's pull the arrow card. Where did that go? It's down here. Let's pull this guy back to our camp. We've got 300 gold, so we can build a second one of them. We're going to go ahead and build 21 more spearmen of these cheap spearmen. Again, just flooding with massive amounts of units can be beneficial. So I'm thinking the next logical target are these guys. These have been weakened the most by the AI. Okay. Also, let's go back to the diplomacy screen here. We'll request stone from the new vassal as well. So you can see we're getting a little bit more stone. We're up to 121 stone. We need to get to 600 to win this particular battle. Go ahead and get some blow gunners. All right, meat. Are we raising any meat? It says none. What do you mean there's none? Carrying meat to granary. Hey, look. It's out a pig. His status is snuffling. What about this pig? Mucking about. By the way, all your pigs apparently have... Well, I guess these guys have the same name, but you're different folks. Your different folks in your kingdom also have different opinions. So, you know, I don't like the concept of taxes. I want to state that for the record. I'm carrying rice to the granary. Time and job 14 days. This peasant has been working. The game's been going for 16 days. You can see Li Jin. I wish my cave wasn't so damp. It makes my knees ache. Spreading merriment is his status. Is he a jester? He is a jester. Meanwhile, these vegetables here, my housing is the best. Good to know. All right, so do we have any meat? We do have a little bit of meat. We're making 5 a day. We've got 28 in storage. I'm going to go ahead and assign a little bit to the rations. Because that happiness ticks up, I can go ahead and increase our taxes a little bit. And so we can generate a little bit more cash now. We're getting 20 gold just there, 158 a day. So quite a bit of gold. To that end, let's go ahead and raise 6 of these troops and 7 of these guys. So we're going to go ahead and send these troops over here. So this is my crack army, if you will. My elite troops here, my auxiliary archers and auxiliary axemen. These are the well-equipped soldiers there. We're also felling these trees. You can exhaust your tree resources on the map, so that's something else to make sure you sort of keep an eye on. All right, I'm going to purchase these guys, and then I think we're going to send this force forward with these 2 arrow carts and the 26 spearmen and 13 blowmen. So let's go after these guys over here so we can get another vassal, if you will. So let's actually set these guys up a little bit short of there so we've got time for these arrow carts to get there. Meanwhile, let's go ahead and see, can we request more stone? We can. I wish there was just an auto, I don't know if there's like an auto button to just keep asking for more of these resources automatically, but it does seem like you've got to go in there and request it each time. Okay. Oh boy, the enemy's approaching up here. I'm curious if they're going to ignore us or if they're going to try and take this warlord out. Let's use our arrow trucks against this formation. It does look like they're going to ignore us. They're going to march right past our warlord that we're defending up here in the north. At least that's what it seems like. So in that case, I'm going to use my crack troops down here to defend against these guys. Oh, nope, they're not. They're going to go after my troops. We'll attack with our spearmen here, try and overwhelm them. Alright, those guys are fighting here. Let's go ahead and get in there. That was weird. They went right by me and then they immediately started... Oh god, I'm just like melting. Alright, I don't want to lose that warlord. Let's go get him. Looks like they're mostly ranged weapons, though, that are left. They do, yeah, just ranged weapons, as far as I can tell. So we'll go ahead and send our elite troops north. Maybe that's where we should station our better troops. Why are these guys just waiting here? Go, go, go. We could just station these guys up here as sort of a blocking force, because I think that's where the bulk of their men are going to go. Oh god. My archers just die so fast. Yeah, keep shooting your arrows at that warlord. I'd be 100% okay with that. Alright, so hold here. We'll move these arrow carts up this way so they can provide support. So hopefully we can deal with any future enemy attacks that way. There's also some auxiliary archers up with the warlord, just as a little bit of bonus protection. There goes my crack troops. I do have enough for 2 more of these carts. That's quite a bit of gold, actually. So we're going to go ahead and send more arrows up here as a blocking force. Doesn't seem like the enemy's sending a whole bunch of troops over the river here. So I think those eastern warlords may actually be somewhat safe. Alright, so we'll send these crack troops up here to join these guys. They're behind the barriers, which hopefully makes them a little bit safer. And then that's going to be a lot of arrow carts to help withstand enemy attacks here. Meanwhile, I need to keep asking for more stone, because at the end of the day, that's the objective, other than taking 1 more warlord. Alright. So these guys I'm going to send over here. These 28 spearmen and 13 blowmen, and we'll try and take this 3rd warlord over. Alright, now let's go take out this warlord. He's almost dead already. It looks like the AI did the bulk of the work weakening him, and hopefully I can take him over before these troops run to fight me, because then I'll get them recruited right back to my standard. Don't kill them all. Switch sides quick. No, maybe they won't switch sides. I gotta keep killing them out. Alright. Alright, well in any event, we pretty easily took that warlord over. So that's 3 out of 3 warlords. All the warlords we need to take are now, you know, we're supposed to take 3. So we've got 3. Okay. Those carts get up there yet? They did. So we've now got 4 fire arrow carts up here. We'll have a 5th fire arrow cart go to the newly taken over warlord on the right flank here. And then we'll just have a whole bunch of spearmen also head up north as well to assist those guys, because I'm not sure this force up here is strong enough to hold more than 1 attack. You know, there's a whole bunch of wood being felled over here. They're just eating this forest up. So we're about halfway there on the stone. Start forming a new elite army over here. How are we doing on? So I guess they're not as happy because I'm making 14 meat rations, but I don't have enough in stock to keep that ration going. So we'll have to drop the taxes slightly and drop that meat ration. Do we want another pig farm? I mean, we can. It uses up some of the wood that we have. We're running out of trees to chop down. Are we really eating more rice than we're producing? Alright, we'll make another rice farm then too.
We are under attack.
Where? Alright, so you can see all of those fire arrows here obliterating that enemy attack here. So we'll go ahead and our spearmen actually did pretty well. We'll just overwhelm those guys there. So we destroyed that enemy attack pretty quickly. There is an enemy attack going on over here on the other flank.
The enemy approach. I am under attack.
So we'll go ahead and move these guys down here. This is not as strong of a position, although I think we will... Oh my god, what just happened? Oh, it was a catapult. Well, that situation just changed dramatically. The catapult completely changed that situation. We're going to lose that warlord, probably. Let's get these guys going here. We need to hit that catapult. Oh my god, there's another wave. How many of them are coming? Oh my god, they're just obliterating them.
The enemy approach.
Take that catapult out, boys. Alright, we got the catapult, but we may have taken too many men, too many casualties. We got that first fire arrow group. There's a second one hitting us from further out. Oh, God. Well, that warlord's going to get taken back by them. Alright, come on, boys. Reinforcements are on the way. Oh, I forgot we still have our fire arrow guy here. Helping out, at least. The warlord's doing his job, holding off as many as he can. He stopped those melees. He may have bought himself enough time to get our reinforcements here, our 20 spearmen. Alright, let's go take out that enemy arrow cart on the other side of the river. Maybe we can take this this warlord out on the other side of the river. Oh no, you don't want to be stuck in a melee situation. They're melting. I'm trying to destroy this enemy arrow cart, but that didn't work. More spearmen. Human wave tactics. 21 more spearmen on the way. We're going to go on the offensive over there. I've got... Oh, another enemy attack coming over here. Oh, no. They're taking our warlord back.
I serve a new master.
Hey, how about you guys shoot at the enemy's soldiers, not... Go after this cart. Then we'll go after the ranged troops after we take out this cart. Alright, good. Now get the archers. Get them. It's too bad you guys kind of suck. Yeah. Alright, well they overwhelmed me there. Meanwhile, my arrows are at least holding their own over here.
Peasants needed, Highness.
Yeah. Let's go retake this warlord. I think we've got the troops to do it. Alright, so we're going to destroy that enemy warlord, or that enemy arrow cart. Then we'll go quickly retake that warlord. Okay. I need to ask for more stone, don't I? Keep forgetting to do that.
Goods have been sent.
Alright, we're up to 267 stone.
We are under attack.
Where?
Recruits needed, Highness.
Up here? Another enemy attack coming in? I don't think they stand any chance without arrow carts.
I am under attack.
Alright, go attack these guys now. There you go. Well, we fought off that enemy attack well enough. Alright. Hold that position. Okay. We'll get all 32 of these spearmen going over here. Let's go overwhelm these guys on the right. There's more arrow carts down here. Alright, meanwhile, stone. I'm only attacking the warlords who get attacked first, or who I get into fights with first. So I'm hoping You know, that's good PR, right? We're not bothering this guy up here. We're only liberating the warlords who have been taken over by the bad guys, right? All right, so this is actually a nice little fortification here to take if we can get some archers and stuff up there. All right, so we'll quickly overwhelm those guys. Let's go get up on these ramparts. I don't think we lost anyone in that initial attack. We're going to lose a few here probably. Okay, so we took all those guys out. Now go take this warlord. I wonder if I can demolish these ramparts for free stone. It'd be nice if I could, like, get a way to get there quicker. Alright, come on. Don't let them kill all of you. The warlord is ours. Get another shipment of stone from him. Alright, so where did I... Oh, this one. So there's one more warlord that we haven't taken over. Otherwise, all the other warlords on the map are ours. The enemy is going to attack us, though, so we've drawn some of their troops forward. But as long as I don't send this arrow cart, I'm hopeful we can hold this position. Can I, by the way, can I demolish some of this stuff? I get 50% of the cost.
The enemy approach. I am under attack.
It doesn't let me do that. Okay, well, never mind.
The enemy approach.
Alright, so we just knocked out, I think, or about to knock out. Maybe we're going to lose this battle. Alright, so we just knocked out that enemy attack. We'll send the 4 spearmen we have left to try and take out these enemy archers, although they may kill me. Shit. Alright, I need more troops. Give me more cheap spearmen. Forwards, lads. Oh god, they've got a full-blown attack coming here. Actually, we can use our arrow cart from the other side of the river to buy some time. Just fire into the flank of these guys here. Lol. Alright, let's go get these guys forward here. Into that warlord spot to defend him. Get these spearmen forward over here. Okay. Come on, boys. I wish you were firing not at the enemy arrow cart. Really? They already overwhelmed my warlord there? I've only got 8 spearmen left. What are you guys doing? Oh no, they're shooting at my... What are you guys... Come on! They're shooting at my arrow cart. They're going to destroy it. I got it. Ranged weaponry in this game is pretty damn powerful. Alright. Where up north? Oh no, they destroyed our arrow cart up north too. They're going to overwhelm us here too. Fudge. Anyway, this is a hard battle. We've been going for this particular fight for about 40 minutes, so I'm going to go ahead and wrap this one up here. This is just sort of an example of kind of Strongholdian nature. Obviously, there's a little bit of a artificial time delay built in here by the fact that you've got to request stone. I don't know that this is a super representative battle of the way this game works or not. But it's interesting. So this is Stronghold Warlords. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. We're not going to finish this particular battle in this video, but I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know your thoughts on whether this is something you'd like to see more of. And as I said at the beginning of the at the beginning of the video, if you are interested in purchasing this, if you check out my Nexus page in the link there, you can purchase the game through there. You get a Steam link or Steam key, which will let you download the game via Steam, and you'll also support the channel out. With that being said, hope you guys enjoyed the video, and until next time, this is the Historical Gamer saying once again, thank you very much for watching, and until next time, I'm out.